Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Welcome to New Mayapur. My name is Lochanananda Das. This is my wife Gandharvika Rai Devidasi. We are serving New Mayapur for 5 years now. As you all know, New Mayapur is a very special place for Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada was here a few times, and Prabhupada personally installed the deities of Krishna Balaram. It's a wonderful place, 80 hectares of our property. We are trying to show the world an example of self-sufficiency from here, deity worship, and recently we had a checkup from the government officials for the standards of safety alarm and electricity and the standards of the place. So they were definitely not happy because the place was not upgraded for a long time with all the standards of the present day.
So this is the situation. You can see this is a sample of our electricity, the electricity of the castle. It's a 100-year-old castle, and the electricity is in some part of it the same age. So when the government official came, they were really impressed. They never seen something like this in their career. They said it's a miracle that we never had electrical fire in this castle. The main concern also is, as you can see, the whole first floor, ground floor is coated with wood everywhere. So it's very, very high risk to actually have a fire that could burn down very quickly most of the castle. In one sense, it's a blessing to have this control and to actually take steps in this situation, because we have devotees living here in the first floor, in the second floor. We are ourselves with our daughter living here for now, and we are receiving guests regularly, groups. So it's necessary to do the needful to be able to protect the devotees, the guests that are visiting us, and not take any risk any longer. Krishna, Lord Nishingadev was merciful enough to protect us for the past 40 years, but now we have to really do things properly and renovate the full electricity of this castle. Srila Prabhupada offered us the responsibility of looking after these wonderful deities, Shri Shri Gaurnitai, Shri Shri Radha Govinda Madhava, and Shri Shri Krishna Balaram. We also have Lord Nishingadev, Lakshmi Nishingadev, Giriraj, and Varahadev. So we have the responsibility to look after those deities, and we cannot allow any events to put them in danger. Shri Krishna Balaram were installed by Prabhupada only in Vrindavan and in New Mayapur. These are the only two places in the world. And this is the last temple in Europe where Srila Prabhupada came personally, bought personally the place and have his personal quarter. So we really have a responsibility to look after New Mayapur and those wonderful deities. So you can see here we are in Srila Prabhupada's personal room. New Mayapur is such a special place to have Prabhupada's personal quarter, personal belongings, and this is really something we have to preserve. It's becoming rare. Many property were lost and are not anymore in the hands of ISKCON devotees. But we have such a precious place here, so we really need to preserve it and look after it and not put it in danger.
Government is pushing us to make things a bit more safer for the people who live here. So that means it's a lot of work to be done. As you all know, we have a big castle, we have a big guest house to kind of upgrade the electricity, fire doors, fire safety, centralized alarm system. Costs a lot of money. As a part of this upgradization from the government, one thing is electrical boxes. As you could see, there is one right behind me next to the prasadam hall where devotees take prasadam. It's in a very dangerous position, because when there's a lot of devotees take prasadam regularly, and it could put them in danger when there is a electrical short circuit. On top of the electrical boxes, what the government wants us to do is upgrade a architectural fire evacuation plan for the guest house as well as castle, and a centralized smoke alarm system. So there are quite a few things to be done as a part of first phase of upgradization. Um, Doors of the castle and the guest house, evacuation plan, centralized smoke alarm system, and electrical things. So these kind of are the priority for now, and that is what we are focusing on. Hare Krishna.
We already had a few fires on this community in the last 40 years, and very recently in December, one house of the property fully burned down. My husband, myself, and our baby were inside, and in the middle of the night we were woken up by the smoke. We managed to get out of the house, and my husband with other devotees tried to stop the fire for a few hours before the help came, but it was too late. So this is really an advertisement. We have to put all the efforts to protect New Mayapur's devotees, New Mayapur's building. We have a large guest house that needs to be really upgraded in safety, even though electricity has already been done a few years ago, and a centralized alarm system has been installed also, but it's not up to the recent standard, and there is many improvement that needs to be done also there in the guest house. So this is really the priority, and the government officials are putting high pressure now. They cannot take the responsibility anymore of letting us open, even though there is such a high risk factor in the castle and the guest house receiving regularly public. So they gave us till 6th of June. We have to sign all the contracts and give down payment for the main high security needs before the 6th of June. We are in the New Mayapur guest house. This is an example of the doors that we need to upgrade. They have to be holding fire for 30 minutes minimum, and they have to have a system to be able to open if emergency. We already have a centralized alarm in the guest house, but it needs to be a little bit upgraded and checked to be working properly.
Hare Krishna. Here we are in the guest house. This is one of the things the government officials want us to fix. The stairs of the emergency exit. This is the only emergency exit of the guest house to first and the second floor. So you could see that there is broken parts, and it's kind of a hazard when there is a fire to escape. So it's all the way like that, the whole staircase till the second floor. So it needs to be redone, whole thing. So it's definitely cost a bit of money for that. Thank you. So we would like to humbly request devotees to consider helping us during these difficult times. June 6th is the deadline the government officials gave us. So before this time, we have to reach or sign contracts with the companies, so that the government gets reassured that we are going to do everything is needed for the safety of devotees of New Mayapur. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai.